I'm going to show you how to make a wrapped loop. A wrapped loop is wonderful because it's a really permanent fixture, so whatever you hang off of here, it's never going to come off. You'll need to use all 3 pairs of your pliers, but it's not too difficult. In fact, some people find it easier than doing the plain loop because you don't have to be quite so get the wrist action happening. So I'm going to start with the chain nose pliers. I want to bend this piece of wire to a right angle like we've done before, but this time I want to leave a little gap. So I'm going to hold the pliers above the bead, and that distance between there and there is going to give me the gap I need to make my wraps. I'm just going to push my finger up against the pliers and the bottom of this pin, and I'm just going to basically push against it and push it over. So you can see I've pushed it over in a straight line. Once I've done that, you can see I've got that little gap there now, and that's just what I'm looking for. So I'm now going to change over to my round nose pliers, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab them in this bottom jaw, and I'm going to grab it in on top of, so you can see here's the bend and it's very flat, and again I'm in my spot that I'm always in, about 1/3 of the way down the pliers, and if you look at them very carefully, I've got again my L shape. Always try and keep your L shape. You'll find if you remember these straight lines, you'll have a much happier result all along. So now this is just sitting quite flat against here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my finger and I'm going to mold this wire up and over and around the pliers. The pliers are going to do the work for me because they're round. So if you see, I'm just going to push against the pliers with my finger, and I can roll the, see that? As I just push and push and push, and see I'll push it downways now and just push it. And I'm going to push it all the way down so that now if I hold it straight on, you can see it's come down to the other side. So see, it's come around and down. So if I actually take my pliers out, you can see I've formed like a shepherd hook shape. So now I'm going to grab the pliers again. This time, again, the bottom jaw is going to go inside that shepherd's hook, and this is going to have the rung on top is free, the jaw on top is free, and again I've got that straight line happening, but obviously this is pointing down here, but I've got a straight line here, or I've got an L shape here, and on this side again it's flat. This time what I'm going to do, and hold your pliers reasonably firmly, I'm going to take this wire underneath and then across that way. So I'll push against the pliers and then just bring it underneath, see that, and then across to the other side. And so again I've got a nice straight line, so you can see that there it is, and I've got this nice straight line. So when I take this off, you can see my shepherd hook has come down and around. Now at this point, if I want to, I can thread on whatever it is I want to thread on. See that? And then I can just come in and just close this shut with my pliers. See? And now this is captured in here. The next thing I'm going to do now is this is going to be wound around. So what I do next, and there's 2 ways of doing it, you can put your round nose pliers back in the loop if you like. That will give you nice control. And then you can grab the end of your wire with your other pliers. So now I'm quite firm, and then I can start to bring this up and around and wrap it. And if you need to, move your pliers and grab hold of them. See, because I'm using the pliers, I can get quite a nice firm wrap. And get that little ear wire out the way. Grab it again, bring it up and around, and see I'm getting a nice wrap now. Grab it again and bring it down. And if you see, I can keep doing that, and what I want to do is get my wraps going up as close to that bead as I possibly can, so that then the bead doesn't move. Now once I get it up to the bead, I'm going to just back it off a little bit, just push it off, because this has a memory and I need to trim this now. So if I come in here, now I'm going to use the cutters, and I'll back it off enough so I can get to it, and I'll come in here and I'll bring those pliers in as close as I can, and I'll cut it. Now you can see I've got that bit sticking up, but because I've loosened it off and it's got its memory, hopefully I should be able to just come in with my pliers and give it a little squish closed. Now to make this all neat and tidy, I'll show you a little trick. Is just go around, squeeze, release, just gentle squeeze, release, all the way around. And what that's doing is that's making everything very neat and tidy. And don't worry if your little loop is a little bit moved out of shape. Just grab it with your pliers and just give it a little straighten up. And there is your wrapped loop.